Yo, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory, episode number 18, I believe it is. And today, our mission will be to get a few points on the board for squad battles, couple of SBCs here and there, and then aim to qualify for the weekend league in the daily knockout tournament. So, if you do enjoy today's video, please don't forget to show your appreciation by smashing a thumbs up. Let's try and hit over 1,500 likes on today's video. So, what you're seeing here is Lacazette's FUT team. He was the featured squad this week in squad battles. He didn't have a 99 rated version of himself though, which is a bit weird. And I think that squad is actually really similar to the likes of Griezmann. So maybe he doesn't play FUT. I don't know. But yeah, like I played it on a really easy difficulty because there's no point playing it in difficult when you actually get like pretty much a set amount of points, and it's only 50 points more per each level of difficulty. So we started the week off alright, 1,500 points odd, and then I've just been playing professional. I keep finding ultimate hard again for some reason, so I've gone back down to professional, getting like 4 and 5-0, 4-1, 5-1 wins, that sort of thing, which I think hopefully if I can get up to like 41,000 points this week is where Elite 3 is. So that's obviously the aim for me, as it worked out well for us last week. You're seeing me do the marquee matchups that came out on Tuesday, including Ipswich versus Norwich, which is a game that I'm going to at the weekend. I know a few of you have been tweeting me. I even had emails to my business email. Am I going to the Ipswich-Norwich match? Yes, I am. I'll also try and get there a bit early and maybe let you guys know whereabouts outside the ground I am for any of you that are Ipswich fans that maybe want to come say hi or something. That would be quite cool. Of course, that'll be Sunday. I'm looking forward to the game. But we go to the packs that we got from the marquee matchups, and, well, let's just say this week it wasn't actually worth it for me. I don't think it didn't cost me too much to do the marquee matchups in total, but like I wasn't really getting anything good, to be honest. Like we get Chadley there. Maybe, you know, I was hoping for like the light bars and the drop down pack and stuff like that, but unfortunately it didn't really happen. Nothing was coming out of the old packs. We get like a centre forward from Japan, plays in the Belgian league. He's 75 rated. It couldn't have got any worse in that particular pack because we needed to get a rare player. Although I guess it could have been a rare silver maybe. That would have been slightly worse, although that's probably something that would be worth more, right? Next pack, we don't get the light bars again. We get an Argentine left winger. This time it is 80 rated Piatti. At some point in time, I'm sure he'll be useful. He doesn't actually look like the worst player in the world either. 85 dribbling, 80 shooting, probably all right. And of course, we get Darmian there. And then finally, we get the lights shining down the side. We get the billboards. We get Argentina, centre back, Man City, Otamendi. Split second. I thought Messi, but it's never going to happen, is it? If it does, I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to be using him for sure if I ever do pack something that crazy. But yeah, we get just some players that can stick in the club. So it looks like overall it probably cost us around 10k to buy all the players and stuff. And I'm not going to sell any of them on. So it's obviously going to look like it cost me much. But I actually probably didn't profit but didn't make a loss in total on that particular time. So as you can see, a few days down the road for squad battles, only a couple of days down the road, I guess, we managed to be in Elite 3, which is where I need to roughly stay. I guess it slows down later during the week, and if that's the case, then as long as I keep up with playing it, it is a bit annoying and a bit boring to play those 4 games every day, because I get my normal work done, and then I'm like, okay, have I got anything else left to do? And it's like midnight, and I've got to play 4 games of FIFA, and I'm just like, ugh. So yeah, that's probably why I haven't been playing Legendary, because you've got to really focus and concentrate, whereas Professional, I can pretty much just sit there, go on Discord, chat to a few friends, and just like get the games out of the way. It takes just over an hour, I guess, to do the 4 games. Which, yeah, over an hour a day on single player just to earn some packs at the end of the week. That's a relatively decent commitment, I guess, and I wonder if you guys are still keeping up with it as well. With a day left on the SBC, so obviously this was a couple of days ago, I decided to get the Mark Overmars loan. I've been properly impressed with Overmars himself when I used him on my main account for a player review and stuff. And then I've been impressed with all 3 of the Prime SBCs that have come out so far, the Prime Icon, should I say, that came out. So I figured for like 10,000 coins again, I'm going to get 20 games on Overmars. There'll be a point in time where I want to use him. And I typically don't keep my teams for anywhere near 20 games, like online and stuff. So yeah, it's like I'll get use out of them and then I'll switch teams, then I won't need them anymore. And it just saves me buying someone, but I can actually put an icon in there. I don't know. I think they're a great idea. And as we get more prime icons along the way, I think I'll definitely be picking them up on loan just because, yeah, I'm never going to have the coins on this account where I can get a full prime icon forever. If so, if I have that sort of coinage, I probably wouldn't put it into a prime icon SBC because I wouldn't want to put all of that coins into all of those coins into an untradeable player. But to put 10k here and there, like this week we've spent 30k on 60 games with prime icons. I think that's worth it in my opinion. Just from match coins alone, we'll earn that back. So it's all good, and that's how I like to do it. So we come up against a strong-looking La Liga side, should I say, and I go 2-0 up in the first half. But I felt lucky to be 2-0 up, and it didn't last particularly long, because Isco runs it to the back post, and Inform Bakambu nods that one in, a lovely cross, and obviously he was going to score that goal. This guy was solid, and I struggled this whole game to get the ball off him. Really good on possession, broke really well in terms of his attack, and gets a nice goal there with Asensio, someone that I actually want to use but have neglected to use for some reason so far. I think we've even got him on loan in the Road to Glory, so maybe I'll stick him into a squad at some point in the near future, use him for 8 games or whatever I've got, and I go from 2-0 up to 3-2 down, and obviously this isn't a daily knockout tournament, so my goal and ambition is to win these 4 games in a row so that I'm qualified for the weekend league. If a few hours pops up during the weekend where I'm not doing anything, boom, hammer some games, get a few rewards, of which we can add to all of our coin collection and stuff like that. So we have one hurdle. Obviously, because I don't play a huge amount of FUT Champions, I don't like auto-qualify each week. And to be honest, I kind of like the Daily Knockout Tournament. 1, I like the servers. 2, I like the challenge and trying to win it. And as you can see in the 80th minute, this guy was like just holding the ball in his defence and passing it around the back. You know, that cocky thing that people do when they're sort of 10 minutes away from winning a game. I managed to steal it off him and score a goal. However, he then went back to doing the same thing once again, and just, you know, I don't know. I don't like it when people do that. I try not to do that. I try and do it further up the pitch so it looks like I'm, you know, not holding it in my back corner. But we do win the ball back here a couple of times. I hit the bar, and then Del Piero manages to run up and score that 4-4 equaliser right at the depth of the 90th minute. And that's a solid goal as well. A lovely strike across the keeper. And I was cocky at that point. I'm running away shushing because this guy who was passing the ball around the back being super like annoying had all of a sudden let 2 goals in, and now his confidence is rocked. We go into extra time. I'm kind of in the driving seat, especially when Martial whips it across to my substitute, Heung-min Son, to put me back in the lead in the 95th minute. So we've turned this game around in the space of 15 FIFA minutes, which obviously that's a pretty good feeling when you do that. And it also just tells you that in the 80th minute, when you're winning by 2 goals, I don't recommend passing it around in your defence. What I do recommend is keeping possession in your opponent's third. Like, yeah, fine if you want to go like defensive or ultra defensive. I don't recommend park the bus. I don't think it's the smartest thing to do, because it does invite pressure and there's a huge gap between your midfield and your defence. But yeah, if you go defensive a little bit so your defence do stay back somewhat, and then try and keep the ball passing around, quick passes in your opponent's third, oftentimes you'll find that by doing that, you're one, running down the clock and keeping hold of the ball, so there's no like chance of him scoring on you. And then 2, a lot of the time they get a little bit aggressive and they well go out and move a defender, and you just have a clear goal to go 2 goals up. So that's what I always do. I sold a Begovic there who was in our Prem team for 4.5k. Matt HD Gamer did a video about him saying he was really good, and all of a sudden his price just like completely spiked on the market. So cheers, Matt. Made 4.5k because I had a Begovic in the club. I'll take it. And then I had a Claudio Bravo just just sitting in my side, in my ultimate team. And because I'm just not that fussed about Prem keepers or for a keeper for our Prem team, didn't go out and buy anyone, just stuck Bravo in goal. He's the same rating. Hopefully he'll do all right as well. He lets that one in right there. There's not much he can do about that, to be fair. Like, that's just some good passing. My defence were absolutely nowhere. Same for this guy. It was almost like our teams had merged into the middle of the pitch. And all of the defences were up really, really high in this particular game. Not sure why. But of course, Martial in the hashtag United kit does run off celebrating after he sticks that one coolly, calmly into the back of the net, in off the post. Now, take a look at this. Wow. What? I actually was laughing. I think normally I would be crying, moaning, shouting, screaming if something like that happens, but sometimes you just gotta laugh because what the hell is that, goalkeeper? What are you doing, mate? It literally didn't matter because before he even knew it, I'd run down the other end and scored a kick-off goal against him, which is definitely a major issue. I've talked about this already a couple of times and probably on social media as well. But scoring goals straight after someone else has already scored, it just happens way, way, way too often. Feels like you have a boost when you kick off. I do turn the game around though, managed to go 3-2 up here. So the first time we've been in the lead in this particular game. And I really like Old Trafford. I love the pitch and stuff in certain lightings. There's one really sunny mode where there's shadows and stuff and the contrast is horrible where I hate it. Other than that, it seems to be a really nice stadium and I like that the crowd is all in there and stuff. But then in my particular grounds, I just use a bronze stadium which is really open so that there's never ever any shadows, and that's what I would obviously recommend to you guys as well, because things like the San Siro, yeah, they're epic stadiums, I love them, but they're just unplayable on FIFA. It's really, really horrible. So as you can see, this game has played out in my favour. A couple of kickoff goals here and there from mainly me, like when my opponent got one back, I would just run down the other end and score. Completely taken advantage of that, but what am I supposed to do? I've got to score when I can score, right? And eventually was able to stop him from getting a return goal on me from the kickoff, and actually I went ahead 3 more times, so it was 6-3 in the end. I've got to say that was not a bad opponent at all, and 6-3 is not a fair scoreline. GG to that guy, but yeah, it just so happened that eventually I managed to take advantage of the game and score the goals. So then we make it to the semis, and none of these games so far have been easy. The first one, we go to extra time after we were like 2 goals down and the guy was really good in possession. Next up, we get into that game where there were goals at either end and eventually I took control and won it. This particular game right here, up against a crazy team, he's got Player of the Month, Kane, Martial, Gabriel Jesus, like... That's not easy to play against. I do go 1-0 up with a really nice move early on, but then it doesn't last too long. 18 minutes on the clock, as you can see there. Rudiger has stuck a header in at the back post for my opponent to get the equaliser. And then, I mean, that's the biggest slice of luck that I'm going to get in today's episode. Right there, that goal with Martial. You might be thinking, that was a lovely strike, mate. Look at this. I shoot like far left. Gets a heavy deflection, keeper doesn't go for it, and he goes into the back of the net, and I get a 2-1 goal when I've had half the shots of my opponent. So I would say we were pretty lucky at this point in time. He does pretty early doors in the second half get back into this match with an equaliser there from Gabriel Jesus. Some nice play and I just couldn't get near him. But then Mertens spins a player, knocks it at the back post, and Del Piero rises above whatever fullback that was in order to head that one in off the bar. And he is not a tall or like physical player that would ever win headers. Oh, by the way, look at this stroke of luck again. I can't tell which was more of a lucky goal. I play it across goal. He tries to clear it with, I'm not sure who it is. It's Rudiger, right? He passes it into his own net, which I've done on FIFA before as well, and it's so frustrating when that happens. Obviously, I rocked his confidence, scored another goal with Mertens, and that was a solid, powerful finish with his weak foot. And then you see it, there's the pause, there's the rage quit. We've made it to the final. So very positive from that side of things, but a couple of very, very lucky goals in that one, and I've got to say, he probably feels very hard done by. Rather than use the Prem team for fitness, I decided decided to stick a fitness card on and use my main team. It's the final. We're going for this. Obviously, we need a victory to make it into the weekend league so that we can at least play. And then I come up against this. He's got loads of ones to watches. Really strong team in general. He's got informed Brozovic. He's got 90 Higuain. 87 Hamsik. Like, that's a strong Serie A team. And I get hit by that early on. A beautiful volley by Florenzi in the 15th minute. Like, that's a lovely, lovely strike. And obviously, I'm not going to save that one. I rush my keeper out, and as you can see, go 2-0 down in the 23rd minute. And I got to tell you, this is the first point in the day that I started feeling annoyed and stressed. Because, god damn it, we just done all of this work to get into the final, and I'm 2-0 down already. To make it worse, Belotti makes it 3. This guy was really good at FIFA. I mean, it doesn't take much to get 3 goals against me, but I felt like he was a really, really solid player. I struggled to get anything against him. Eventually, I get a goal there with Mertens. So I'm pushing. I'm trying to get back into this game. And the first real opportunity I had, I have stuck into the back of the net. Don't know how the keeper hasn't saved it, though. I then get a lucky bounce, and somehow that falls to Martial, who is one-on-one with the keeper. Obviously, at this point in time, I'm going to slow myself down, compose myself, and score the goal. And I'll give credit to this particular player, because he didn't then go and do what the other guy did right at the start of this episode, which was then pass the ball around the back and stuff. He kept playing. I hit the post with Del Piero. It doesn't go in the back of the net. Maybe we'll get one more chance at it. Del Piero picks it up, finesses it onto the post again. 2 very, very last minute opportunities there for me to equalise and go into extra time against this chap. Were just they just came off the post. And at that point in time, I was like, okay, luck's run out. And yeah, we've not made it, unfortunately, in this particular time. So, we're not qualified for the weekend league as things stand. Whether or not I get time in the background of all of this, I won't make another episode on the Daily Knockout Tournament this week. But if I do play it and can get into the weekend league, then obviously that's a good thing as well. We're running out of games now with Del Piero. 7 left with him. I've got 17 on Rui Costa. And of course, I need to apply some contracts and stuff to my players here. But what should we do? Obviously, we've got the opportunity to just put Heung-min Son in instead of Del Piero up front, which is what I do when I play squad battles, by the way. We could do that straight away. I could sell the likes of Son and Moussa Dembele, Bakayoko that are on the bench. Maybe try and pick up a Gabriel Jesus. I don't know. What should we do? Let me know down below in the comment section. Should I play my 20 games with Overmars at striker? That could be interesting as well. I'm stuck. I need a little bit of guidance. Do I sell Mertens? Do I now need a Hamsik or something to come into the team? All of your feedback will be greatly appreciated. Smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a good day. Catch you next time. Peace.